Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kevin Dini here, coming back at you with another live video. This is going to probably be the last live video for the week until we can go back to the studio where I feel maybe a little more comfortable. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys my top 12 comic book buys from 2020 for 2020. As we all know, 2020 was a rough year. It hasn't been fun for many, but luckily 2020 has been pretty good to me, collecting wise, I should say. Picked up a lot of great books to add to the collection, and I'm very, very happy to have these books in the collection. I'm also very excited to show you guys this top 12 list. Now, I thought about doing any honorable mentions, but I've decided not to. It's just going to be too much. So I think 12 is more than enough to show you guys, and it should fill up the time pretty well. So again, I want to thank you guys so much. Another thing I want to mention too, that the channel has finally reached 1,800 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. I'm super happy about that. I'm excited. We're on that road to 2,000, baby. So hopefully it doesn't take us too much longer to get to the 2,000 subs. So all the entries to the 1,800 subscriber giveaway has been closed, and I will be announcing the winner this upcoming Monday for the Superpower Hour show. So stay tuned for that. So someone's going to win a free signed CGC slab, and I'm very excited. Let's see who's in the house tonight. We got my buddy James over MJ Comics. What's up, man? How you doing? We got Unruly Simeon. Peace, brother. How you doing? We got LaCrucis 1971. Hello from New Mexico. How you doing? We got Aaron Bros. How's it going, man? And we got my buddy Remy Q. Jeremy, I got your package right here, buddy. I'm going to be sending it out tomorrow. So I'll be sending you a tracking number. We got my buddy DJ Links in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing? Aaron Bros. Yet again. What are good key issues to invest in? Maybe some of the ones that you're going to be seeing today are some good keys to invest in. Maybe we got Unruly Simeon. I think that's true for a lot of us. As bad as this year was, it was good for our collections. I think I can say that for the most part. Actually, I didn't want to just speak for myself, I guess. And I'm gonna have to say, with the whole pandemic happened and cons being canceled, I think that helped out a little bit more. Actually, I think it made me decide on where I wanted to put my money toward instead of just buying other things. 2020 had being nice to me with collecting. Some typos in there, but that's okay. I understood. Universe X, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining. We got Sean Arias. If here, can't wait. And then DJ Links, 4 out of 9 are all ASM 300s. They're not. I promise. I promise that they're not. You will see some Spider-Man, though. You will definitely be seeing lots of Spider-Man. We got, it was a good year for comics. It really was, man. There were some really good new comic book day pickups. And then comic books have got me through this pandemic for sure, buddy. MJ Comics, best year for my collection. See, I feel like that's a lot to say too with mine. It was a good year for the collection, and like I was saying previously, I think it was a good thing for the cons. Holy cow! We got my buddy Steve over at Burke Family 54 Comics. It's morphin' time. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. You guys rock. You guys just make me humble all the time, and I really appreciate all of you. We got 8 people watching right now, and like I said, to all the people who are coming in, I really appreciate you guys. Burke with the hammer for sure, man. That's really awesome, Steve. You're helping out the channel as always, and I got to give back. That's what I got to do soon. I got to give back. Got to give back to the community, right? So thank you so much. So So you, the man, Kevin, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. We're going to have to do something together with you and my buddy Mark Spector Comics, or David Ribeiro over at Mark Spector Comics. And we got JoJo Flicks and Comics. What's up, JoJo? How you doing? Is there going to be a giveaway? There is an 1,800 subscriber giveaway, but unfortunately that giveaway entry has been closed. But stick around because there's going to be other giveaways coming up in the future. So stay tuned, Sean Arias. If you watch the 1,800 subscriber giveaway video, you'll see on all the other things that I'm going to be giving away. So I don't want anything in return, Kevin. I just want to support you, bro. But you got to give back. No, I know you don't expect anything back, but I like to give. You know what I mean? It is the season, right? You got to help those who help you out, and I really appreciate all of you. So let's get into this top 12 list, shall we? Let's start off with number 12, and I got to look for it now. Oh, it's right here on top. Most of these books are slabs, but here is number 12. For number 12, we have my Detective Comics issue 880. This is signed by Jock and it is graded at a 9.0. This was maybe third or fourth comic book buy for the year. And this is coming in at number 12 because of the grade. I really got it for a really great price. Most of these books I got for a great price. I think we all say that, though, don't we? I got it for a really good deal. Somebody was getting out of the hobby and was just purging their collection. And I was like, hey, you know what? That is by far one of my favorite Joker covers. I don't have a Jock signature, so why don't I pick it up? And like I said, I picked it up for a really good deal. But over examining the comic book, you know, I noticed that I feel like that this book doesn't match the 9.0 grade. So I've always thought throughout the whole the rest of the year if I should sell it and upgrade it, or if I should just resubmit it to CGC. Because I got to tell you, this is the only book in my comic book collection that I just don't agree with the grade with. I just don't see how this book could potentially be a 9.0. This thing is absolutely clean. I mean, it's got maybe one spine tick on the cover, and the corners look clean. I don't know. Maybe it's because of this dark cover. I'm not really too sure. So, but I don't understand the 9.0, but it's a really cool Jock cover. I just find it super creepy. I just love the bats flying out of his eyes, and Jock has this very unique style to him where he's very how do I say it? He's very loose in his artwork. You know, you can see like painting rubbed up on the paper and stuff. So like if you look at his art, you see like a lot of ink rubbing or a lot of ink smudging. So I think that's pretty cool for Jock, and it's always nice to see loose artists because they're loose in a way, but they're taking it not too seriously, but seriously at the same time, if that makes sense. So that's going to be number 12. Right there is my Detective Comics number 880, CGC graded a 9.0, signed by Jock. We got other couple people in here. We got Solid from Unruly Simeon. Thanks, brother. We got DS Comics. Just watched you today on your CGC unboxing. Good stuff, DS. And thank you so much for joining in today. Let's see. We got Unruly Simeon. I've overpaid a time or two. I think we all have, buddy. That's just all part of the experience. Universe X, if you submit it again, and you will lose your yellow label. Well, if you send it to CGC in the case still, you won't lose the yellow label. I'm not going to crack it open myself and submit it. Then yes, I would lose the yellow label. But if you just send it in as is and you post it saying, I want to resubmit this for a grade, then you will not lose your yellow label. I'll be back later hanging with the fam. Love this community. Sweet Tech 880. Steve, thank you so much for jumping in, man. Appreciate you. Come by anytime, man. CLG Comics, or hashtag out for retirement. I'm not going to say it. What's up, brother? How you doing? CLG Comics. CLG Comics, everybody. So that's going to be number 12. At number 11, it's right here. For number 11, we have a Batman issue number 237. This was actually the first comic book buy of the year. So this book is super, super unique, in my opinion, and I'm going to say that it's probably the most unique slab I have in the collection. And the reason why I think it's so unique, because I just have never seen a book signed by these two gentlemen right here. Hold on, let me get a good shot of it. So what we have here is we have this book signed by Neil Adams, and it's also signed by Bernie Wrightson. And like I said, I have never seen a book signed by these two gentlemen together. This is a really cool cover. This is the first appearance of the Grim Reaper. It doesn't say on the label, but it's the first appearance of the Grim Reaper in the DC Comics. Classic Neil Adams cover, written by Denny O'Neil. But so when I was interested in this comic book, I asked the person, I'm like, okay, so why is this book signed by Bernie Wrightson? And it says on the label over here that it's based on the idea of Bernie Wrightson, and just Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams kind of took over it. So I think that's pretty interesting. I think that's really cool. Normally, my Neil Adams books are not slabbed, because usually I just see Neil Adams at a con, and I don't slab these signatures that I am witnessing myself. So, but I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's slabbed already. 6.0. It deserves the grade. I wish it could have been a little bit higher, but like I said, I have never seen this book or any book signed by Neil Adams and Bernie Wrightson together. I would love to know how many are on the census that are double signed by these two gentlemen at the same time. What we got in the chat? Remy Q Studios, please don't crack it open. Universe X, love that cover. I totally love this cover too. I really love the motion that Neil Adams has drawn on it, and how twisted and contorted the Grim Reaper is. I think it's super cool. DS Comics, oh wow, I've never seen that before either. Yeah, so that's why I had to pick it up, and for the price what the person was asking for, I was like, that's extremely reasonable. I think the person was just like the person with the Tech 880. I believe that person was getting out of collecting as well. MJ Comics, that's awesome. All Strands Comic Collection, that's awesome, an awesome cover. Thank you so much. We got AA Comics in the house. Thank you so much for joining, man. I know you're a huge Batman fan. And just a reminder, guys, if there's anybody in the chat that you're not familiar with, feel free to, click on their profiles, check them out, subscribe to their channels. Like I said, if you sub each other up, we make this community stronger than what it already is. So this was also my first Bernie Wrightson signature in the collection. After, becoming a huge fan of Swamp Thing, and, becoming a huge fan of Bernie Wrightson, because Bernie Wrightson was so new to me, and I was like, this is one of my new favorite artists, and I have to have something signed by this man. And so this was my first Bernie Wrightson signature in the PC, and my first slabbed Neil Adams signature in the PC. Like I said, everything else I have is raw, but really cool cover, and it's super bright too. The colors on it are really nice. And the really odd thing about this book too is that I have a raw copy of this book, and it almost has the same exact defects as my raw copy, and in the same places as well. So I think that's kind of freaky, actually. So that's going to be number 11 is my Batman number 237, signed by Neil Adams and Bernie Wrightson. Very, very cool. Get that one out of the way. DJ Links, this list can double as your entry into Southern Comic Geek's 750 subscriber giveaway. Just mentioned him in the video. Southern Geek Comics, do I win? There's my entry. We got 14 people watching right now. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Again, don't forget to smash that like button if you have seen anything that you've liked so far. And if you guys are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I think what I'll do too, for the people who are watching this on the rewind, I will put timestamps of when I show each individual book. So up next, we have number 10, and number 10 is going to be my Web of Spider-Man number 1. This is CGC graded at a 9.8, as you can see. And this book is very important to me. And I feel like this book is a very undervalued key in my opinion. So this is the reason why it's a key to me. And the key on this label says it's the first appearance of the Volturians. But this is where Spider-Man gets rid of his symbiote suit. Okay, and so it also tells in the origin story of Amazing Spider-Man 300 how Eddie Brock obtained the symbiote suit. So, Eddie Brock was there at the same time where Spider-Man was at the cathedral getting rid of his symbiote suit when the bell tower was ringing. So, again, a very important issue, in my opinion. This is a fantastic cover. Who does this cover, by the way? Charles Vess. Charles Vess is the artist on this cover, and me, if it's got some symbiote sexiness in it, I have to have it. So yet again, a very important book for me. Web of Spider-Man, number 1, CGC graded at a 9.8, and that's coming in at number 10. Boom. Love that cover. Yeah, me too, MJ Comics. Me too. Remy Q Studios, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate the support. DS Comics, Web number 1 should be in the black suit set. It's first black suit, and the other Spidey title, it completes that set. That's true, too. It's the first appearance of Spider-Man in the black suit in that title. Just like in Marvel Team Up 141. That I would consider the first appearance of Spider-Man in that title at best. Second appearance of Spider-Man in the symbiote suit. A lot of people say in the community that's tied with Amazing Spider-Man number 252, and that's false. Amazing Spider-Man number 252 came out a week earlier. Unruly Simian, great cover. Dr. Doom, that cover suits not being a newsstand. So if you're not familiar with how I collect, I usually like the direct editions better because I really like the little extra piece of art. I know that the newsstands are a little more valuable, but if I could pick and choose, I think I'd rather go with the direct edition because I just like that little extra piece of art better. So I like the little symbiote Spider-Man head in the corner box. I like that a lot. Alexander Babsix, Marvel sucks and their garbage movies ruined Hollywood, inspired trash like DC Rebirth and Doomsday Clock and Three Jokers. All right. Thank you so much for bringing the positivity, Alex. I really appreciate it, man. Jesus. All right. So up next for number 9, this one has a pretty cool story. So number 9 is going to be my Daredevil number 131. And this is a book that I picked up in Florida while I was on vacation with my wife, and this has a really funny story. So I was touring the comic book stores. Unfortunately, I didn't make a video when I went to the store, and I should have, and I totally regret it because I saw this book on the wall, and this is one of those books that I said to myself that I would definitely pick it up if I saw it in a shop at a good price, in decent condition. Okay, this one is, it's a mid-grade. So the person had it up on the wall for $50, and I said, hey, I would like to throw an offer. Would you take $40 for it? And he looked at it for a little while, and he's like, I'll tell you what, I'll play you a game of rock, paper, scissors for it. I was just like, excuse me, I beg your pardon? He's like, yes, you heard me right. Rock, paper, scissors, let's go. If I win, you pay $50 or don't buy it at all. But if you win, you pay the $40. I was like, okay. We went 8 rounds picking the same exact thing over and over. It was the most anxiety riddled experience I've ever had in my life. I was just like, I gotta win. I did end up winning. I forgot what it was. It was rather scissors or rock that I won with. I don't know, but I ended up picking it up for $40. Not a bad copy. The funny thing is, too, when I went to Florida, that was in March. This book has been in my unread pile since then. I haven't read it yet. I'm just waiting for that right moment, that right day where the time feels right. I'm like, you know what? Now I'm gonna sit down, drink some tea, and read this Daredevil book. But hasn't I just haven't done it yet. If I do like it, I will probably buy another copy, a better, cleaner copy. But I just really love this. I love the cover, but I just really love the story that comes with this book about an epic battle between the shop owner with a game of rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who's going to pay what for the book. So that is coming in at number 9. First appearance of Bullseye. I forgot to mention that. First appearance of Bullseye on this comic book, which is probably the best Daredevil villain for him, in my opinion. I think Bullseye always has him outmatched. And I will say, too, when I was, let's face it, I mean, in my opinion, the Daredevil Netflix series is the best Marvel Netflix series. And when they introduced Bullseye, I just thought that whole season was just completely epic. And I was like, yeah, I gotta pick up this book. So let me catch up on some comments here. We got MJ Comics newsstand all the way. I know you're all about that newsstand, buddy. We got Unruly Simeon. People paying premium for a freaking barcode perplexes me. Yeah, I mean, what it is. Like, Unruly Simeon, we all have our own ways of collecting. Like I said, I'd rather have that little extra piece of art. I think a barcode looks somewhat ugly, but like I said, I mean, I definitely have lots of books that are slabbed in the newsstand edition variant, and I actually got them cheaper than the regular direct edition. So it's all about what I can get cheaper. That doesn't really matter to me, but I mean, like I said, I'm gonna go for the direct edition because I like the little extra piece of art. DS Comics, I think high grade newsstand is cool that it survived the newsstand in that condition, but I wouldn't pay a premium for one. I agree. Unruly Simeon, one I want right there. Louis 13th, what up, dude? How's it going, man? Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate it. We got my buddy Jason Parker. Someone loves their newsstands. I wonder who he's talking about. So, all right, moving on. What else do we have? We have number 8. Number 8 is another Raw book. Coming in at number 8, we have The Bride of Venom. This was a book that I picked up from my buddy Adrian Panda Awesome 316 through the Burke Family 54 comics auction that he was having. This was a book that always intrigued me, and I was like, yeah, if it's going to be one of those days whenever I find a good deal on it, I'm going to snag it and pick it up. And he had a really good deal on it. I recently just got this book press. I literally just picked it up this weekend from my presser, who did an absolutely amazing job. And so the reason why this book intrigues me so much, and I don't know if you guys know the origin story of Venom, but Venom was originally supposed to be a female villain. That's what David Michelini, one of the co-creators, has said. He was initially going to make Venom a female. So seeing Anne pick up the symbiote suit looks pretty cool, and I just absolutely love this cover. I feel like this cover is super, super dope. I love the colors in the background with the purple and the green. And if you guys don't know already, I love violence in my comic books. I love action. I love, especially if it's Venom, and if Venom's going to be gross and grotesque. Absolutely love it. And she goes to town on villains. Well, I should say bad guys in this comic book. So if you're a freak like me, and if you like to see blood and violence in your comic books, this is definitely a good buy. If you want to see She-Venom definitely destroy some people, it's a good time. So that's gonna be what number is this? This is gonna be number 8, Bride of Venom, number 1. So Sinner Takes All. What do we got in the chat here? Alexander, you guys should watch the Japanese cyberpunk body horror movie called Tetsu the Iron Man. Okay, I'll be interested in that. Alex, if you send me a link to it on Instagram at KarateKevin67, I would love to check that out. So moving along, so that was number 8. Now we are at number 7. Hold on, give me some. I gotta fish it out. So coming in at number 7, we have Batman, The Killing Joke. This is CGC graded at a 9.8. Classic story written by, oh boy, Alan Moore. I get brain farts when I do shows. Alan Moore, and we got classic art by Brian Boland. This is a very important story to Batman and to the Joker. This is definitely the definitive origin story for the Joker. It's very important, and it's just a awesome cover. Great story, great artwork inside, and Alan Moore. Again. Becoming a fan and Swamp Thing, Alan Moore has become one of my new favorite writers to read. There's definitely a lot of stuff about Alan Moore that I need to read more of and give a try, but this is definitely a very, very important book. And I believe this book went up a little bit when the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix came out. So I definitely waited for the movie to come out, died down a little bit, and then I picked it up when the price was right. So, and we got the back cover here with the little playing card on the back cover, and lots of homages in Batman, the Three Jokers, for this book here. So beautiful, 9.8. What else we got? So that was number 7. Let's see, we got any new comments? MJ Comics, love that She-Venom cover. Thank you, bro. Seriously, wish Boland did more interiors. Yeah, me too. I'm not really sure, but I don't see Boland too much at cons, because I think I've definitely seen a signed copy by Boland, but I don't see them a lot out there at all. MJ Comics, I hate that my Killing Joke is a 9.0. Womp, 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 womp. Well, you could always sell an upgrade, buddy. You could always do that. That is an option that you have. Hey, 2021's around the corner. Time to upgrade, right? We got 15 people watching right now. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my top 12 list. Again, if you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, please do so. Subscribe to the channel to show your support. And if you guys are watching this on the rewind, don't forget to comment in the comment section down below on what you think about the top 12 list. All right, coming in at number 6. This book I absolutely love. Coming in at number 6, we have Detective Comics number 400. This is the first appearance of the Man-Bat. This is a Neil Adams cover and interior artwork. This is his... Oh, what's that? This is his artwork, and Man-Bat, I feel like, is a very underrated character. I mean, he is. I mean, Batman always takes him out pretty easily, but I really love to see the appearance of Man-Bat. I love how grotesque he is. I really liked his appearance, and what was the last Batman game? Arkham City, I believe, if I'm mistaken, but that I really liked his appearance in that game, where he looked just so gross. Loved him in the animated series and the 90s animated series, but just a really cool book. Really great read, by the way, too. If you're into the whole Silver Age Neil Adams era, this is a very good read. Not what I expected, and I won't say any spoilers, but it's just not what I expected. We got Adrian Panda Awesome 316 in the house. I just mentioned you, buddy, because the last book I showed off was The Bride of Venom, and I bought that from you. So thank you so much. So coming in at number 6, like I said, Detective Comics number 400. Arkham Knights. Boom. There you go. Thank you so much for the save, DJ Links. Arkham Knights. Those games are so good, right? I mean, it's not too much different from what you think about with the Spider-Man games, right? It's somewhat of the same thing. All right, coming in at number 5. Where's my number 5? All the way down to the bottom. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. All right, coming in at number 5, we have an Amazing Spider-Man number 238, CGC graded at a 9.6. This was another book that I did a video on when I purchased it. So this person had this book up on Facebook Marketplace, had it for a crazy deal, crazy deal, like deals that you would never see ever again on a comic book like this, especially at this grade. 9.8s are definitely way too expensive for me, but I definitely can settle with a 9.6. This happens to be the first appearance of the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin is definitely one of my my top 5 favorite Spider-Man villains. I actually like the Hobgoblin a lot more than the Green Goblin, but I like this suit. I love this this cover. This cover is just absolutely classic. It's always cover swiped. It's just one of those covers that is just cover swiped to death, in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of cover swipes or homages, as you would call them. But this cover is done by John Romita Jr. and John Romita Sr. I almost thought about getting this book pressed and cleaned, but there's just no defects whatsoever to help that book get the 9.8. This book also just recently came back to me because when I bought it, it had the old case and old label. And if you guys, again, follow the channel closely, I'm not a huge fan of the older cases and older labels. So I had CGC on the channel for an interview, and CGC was like, hey, we want to take care of you. If you have books that you want to submit for grading or old cases, send them in and we'll take care of you. And that's exactly what I did. So this was one of the books. It looks absolutely amazing in its new case. I actually this year picked up the statue that is based off of this cover by Diamond Select Toys. And so this book gets featured right next to it. So that is coming in at, I lost my place, at number 5. So number 5 is my Amazing Spider-Man number 238. Let's see, what am I missing on comments here? Hey, we got Gene. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Dr. Doom, I want. Kenneth Bird, hi to everyone in here tonight. And MJ Comics, I've got a copy of that, but some person removed the tattoos. Man, this James, you're telling some bummer stories today, man. Making me feel bummed out. The ASM 238 is now a custom label with CGC. Really, I didn't know that. I totally did not know that. I do have a raw copy of this book too, but it was definitely a goal to get this book in a high grade. So, and I just can't believe how much I paid for that book, man. And the funny thing is okay, I bought that book on Facebook Marketplace. I went to the person's house to go pick it up, and I was just like, I'm going to push my luck here. And I threw him an offer, and he took the offer, and I was just like, I pretty much ran out of his house with that book. Like, I was just like, before he changed his mind, get in my car, start my car, get out of there. Announced today. Oh, so that's probably why I didn't hear about it, because it was just announced today. All right. Coming in at number 4. And this is the same situation with this book. This book just came back from CGC to get a new case and a new label. So coming in at number 4, we have my Swamp Thing number 10. And this is a yellow label. This is CGC graded at a 9.6. And this book is also signed by Bernie Wrightson. It's very, very hard to see because he signed it in black. But, you know, with my number my number 11 with my Batman number 237 being signed by Bernie Wrightson, I was like, you know, he's a co-creator of Swamp Thing. Absolutely love Swamp Thing. Gotta have a book signed by Bernie Wrightson on Swamp Thing. I would really love to have a signature by Len Wein on the book too, or maybe on another book. But it gets too expensive. You know what I mean? So I usually side more with artists than writers. But it's just really nice to have a signed book, a Swamp Thing book. I'm sorry, a Swamp Thing book signed by the co-creator and artist Bernie Wrightson. What's going on with this plastic covering? It's all like pooey. And then so I was looking for a signed copy a signed Swamp Thing by Bernie Wrightson for the longest time. And of course, with Bernie Wrightson being passed, a lot of people think that a signed copy is worth so much money, and so there were buy it nows, and I'm not buying it. They just have it for extreme high prices. Luckily, somebody finally put one on auction, and I really love this issue. And I really love the cover because he fights Arcane, and that's one of his top arch nemesis. And it's a really good issue. And I was like, okay, that's perfect. Another thing that's perfect about it is that this is Bernie Wrightson's last issue on the Swamp Thing series as well. So it's very special to me, and I just really love it. I think the yellow goes really well with the Swamp Thing logo as well. So very, very happy to not only pick up 2 Bernie Wrightson signatures, but to also have a Bernie Wrightson signature on a Swamp Thing book that he did. So that is my number 4. Bam! Did I miss any comments? Unruly Simeon, sweet. All those Wrightson Swamp Thing covers are classic. They really are. Every single one is a fantastic read with the artwork and the words of Len Wein. They just do such a great job. I mean, Len Wein does such a great job writing those books that he paints such a wonderful picture for you that you don't even need Bernie Wrightson, but Bernie Wrightson just takes it to a whole new level. It's just amazing. I recommend Swamp Thing to anybody because it's literally poetry in comic book form. Discovery Bay, hey, how's it going, JB? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it, sir. We got 14 people watching right now. Again, guys, don't forget to smash that like button if you like what you're seeing. So that was number 4. Number 3, we have... All right, coming in at number 3, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 129, and this is the first appearance of the Punisher, CGC graded at a 7.5. Now, this is one of those books where, I've seen a million times when I got back into collecting, and when I used to collect a lot in high school, you would see it all the time. You'd be like, yeah, I would never, ever own a book like that. And it just happened this year. It happened where I was like, you know what? I want Amazing Spider-Man number 129 now. So it was around my birthday, and I wanted to pick up something really cool for my birthday. And this was my 30th birthday present to myself. So I think that's a really cool way to celebrate. And that was something I did last year too. So I bought myself a pretty cool book for my birthday. And I think that's going to be a tradition from now on. It's just to buy a comic book for the collection on my birthday. I think that's what I did a couple of years before my 29th birthday too. When I bought my Hulk 181, I bought like 2 signed slabs by Todd McFarlane. It was the Spider-Man number 1 and whatever one where he's wearing the symbiote suit. I believe it's Spider-Man number 14. Correct me if I'm wrong. But awesome book. And let's not forget about the Jackal too. This is also the first appearance of the Jackal, but nobody ever really talks about the Jackal, and nobody ever really cares about the Jackal either. Discovery Bay, congratulations on 1,800 subscribers, 1,800 subscribers. Thank you so much, JB. I really appreciate it, man. So stay tuned. I don't know if you entered in my giveaway, but I'm going to be announcing the winner on Monday. So coming in at number 3, we have an Amazing Spider-Man 129 CGC graded at a 7.5, first appearance of the Punisher. Great issue. Fantastic issue. And I believe this book has gone up a lot since not a lot. It's gone up a little bit since I bought it. So all right, moving on to number 2. And number 2 is going to be my Batman number 251, CGC graded at a 8.5. Man, we're losing a couple of people. We had more people in the beginning, but they're missing out on all these fire books. But here again, like I said, we have Batman 251, CGC graded at 8.5. Bought this book at at a 8.0, took the risk, sent it to CGC for them to press it to get that grade bump, and it did, man. And I was super, super happy. I did an unboxing on the channel, and I was just super, super hyped. I was super pumped. I couldn't believe it. And man, I can't believe I have this book at this grade. Classic Neil Adams cover. In my opinion, this is the best Neil Adams cover. This is the best Batman cover, best DC cover. It's up there for me. I mean, I'm totally biased because I just love the Batman Joker combination like everybody else, right? But absolutely love this book. Love the playing card. And man, just an absolutely gorgeous book. I can't stop looking at it. It's just one of those books, like every time I look at it, I'm just like, man, oh man, I can't believe I own this book. I have 2 other copies of this book too. I have one raw one, my first raw one, and I also have another raw one signed. But really cool. So very happy with that. Best Neil Adams cover of all time. Did I miss any comments? Discovery Bay, agree with best Neil Adams cover. Yes. Best Neil Adams Batman cover. Yes, I totally agree. My buddy MJ Comics just recently got his back from CGC, and he got an 8.0, and it looks. I was shocked that I got an 8.0 because I thought the book looked in better condition than mine. Dr. Doom, amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Doom. Let me know something, but are you part of the Comic Book Fiend Club? Let me know, because I think I might remember you if you are the person I'm thinking of. All right, so that was number 2, my Batman 251. Coming in at number 1. Are you guys ready to see number 1? I don't think you are. Coming in at number 1 is going to be my House of Secrets number 92. CGC graded at a 7.5, and this is the first appearance of Swamp Thing. Man, I just like, so this was a book that I thought, after falling in love with the Swamp Thing character, it's going to be like 2 years now that I've just been like strictly on Swamp Thing. And I've been reading the Absolute editions that have been coming out and reading those nonstop. And this is just my new top 5 favorite character. Just absolutely love this character. I think this is a really cool first appearance, in my opinion. But I don't like that the Swamp Thing that appears in this story is not the actual Alec Holland Swamp Thing that we all know and are used to. So, like, if you're a Swamp Thing fan, I totally, my advice to you would just to get a Swamp Thing number 1. Like, if you can pick up one of these, do it. But like I said, it's not the Swamp Thing in continuity. You know what I mean? So, I feel like that it shouldn't really command the prices that it does, if that makes sense. I feel like that the Swamp Thing number 1 with Alec Holland and continuity with Bernie Wrightson and Len Wein, I feel like that one should be fetching a little bit more money. And like, you have was it issue Phantom Stranger issue number 14, where it has the concept appearance of the Swamp Thing. That's a Neil Adams cover. And it's also like it's called the prototype to Swamp Thing and the prototype to Man Thing. So like, why isn't that book? I mean, that book actually shot up a little bit, but why isn't that book worth a little more money? You know what I mean? Or just stuff like that. Or why isn't Man Thing crazy expensive? But that's coming in at number 1. House of Secrets number 92. So that's it, guys. That's my top 12. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's live video. This is going to be the last live video for the week. And if you guys missed the news, the reason why I've been going live for the rest of the week is because my boss is away from the studio. And when my boss is away, I can't record videos because I need him to technical direct and you know, push those buttons for the cameras. So that's it for my top 12. Again, guys, if you haven't smash that like button yet, please do so. I would really appreciate it. You know, comment in the comment section down below if you're watching this on the rewind. If you're new here to the channel, subscribe please to show your support. It would be greatly appreciated. Let's get to the new goal now for the channel, since we reached 1,800 subscribers, is to get to 1,850. So I'm hoping we can get there relatively soon, and maybe we can have yet another giveaway to kind of help out the channel get there as soon as possible. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. To the people in the chat, the comic book community, you guys rock. I'm Kevin Vidinia for Superpower Review, and I'll see you guys next time.